Mindset Revolution, the hidden key to unlocking your full potential. Welcome to the BlackCEO Podcast, where we dive deep into the transformative ideas that are reshaping the landscape of success, leadership, and personal growth. Today, we're in for a mind-bending journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about achieving your goals and living a fulfilling life. I recently had the extraordinary privilege of sitting down with Dr. Steph Ardrey, a visionary leader whose groundbreaking work is quite literally changing the game when it comes to personal and professional development. Dr. Ardrey isn't just another self-help guru or motivational speaker. She's a brilliant mind who's dedicated her life to understanding the intricate dance between our inner world and our outer success. Her insights have transformed countless lives, from struggling entrepreneurs to Fortune 500 CEOs, and today, we're going to unpack the revolutionary ideas that make her work so powerful. Now, before we dive in, I want you to take a moment and think about your own definition of success. What images come to mind? A corner office with a view, a seven-figure bank account, industry awards lining your shelves? Hold on to those images, because by the end of this talk, I guarantee your perspective will have shifted in ways you never expected. Let's start with a provocative question. What if everything you thought you knew about success was wrong? What if the relentless pursuit of external markers of achievement, the fancy titles, the luxury cars, the social media accolades, was actually holding you back from reaching your true potential? I know. You are probably thinking, here we go, another feel-good talk about positive thinking and visualizing success. But trust me, this isn't your typical motivational spiel. What Dr. Ardrey brings to the table is a deeply nuanced, scientifically grounded understanding of the interplay between mindset, spirituality, and tangible business success. It's a holistic approach that goes far beyond simple affirmations or vision boards. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine two entrepreneurs, both equally talented, both with innovative ideas that could revolutionize their industries. The first entrepreneur, let's call her Sarah, focuses all her energy on perfecting her business plan, networking with the right people, and securing funding. The second entrepreneur, Alex, does all of these things too, but he also dedicates significant time and effort to developing his mindset, cultivating self-awareness, and nurturing his spiritual well-being. Fast forward a year, Sarah's business is doing well on paper, but she's constantly stressed, always chasing the next big deal and feeling unfulfilled despite her apparent success. She's snapping at her team, losing sleep over minor setbacks, and wondering why her achievements feel so hollow. Alex, on the other hand, not only has a thriving business, but also exudes a sense of calm confidence. He navigates challenges with grace, inspires his team effortlessly, and feels a deep sense of purpose in his work. When setbacks occur, and they do, because that's life, Alex approaches them with curiosity and resilience rather than frustration and fear. This scenario isn't just a hypothetical, it's a pattern that Dr. Ardrey has observed time and time again in her work with high achieving individuals and organizations. The difference between Sarah and Alex isn't in their business acumen or work ethic, it's in their approach to personal growth and self awareness. But here's the kicker, and it's a big one. This isn't just about feeling good or finding inner peace. Dr. Ardrey's research and experience show that a strong mindset and spiritual awareness are directly correlated with business success. They're not just nice to have extras, they're essential components of sustainable, fulfilling achievement. Now, I can almost hear the skeptics among you. That sounds great in theory, you might be thinking, but how does it work in the real world? How can focusing on my inner self actually impact my bottom line? Let me share a powerful example from Dr. Ardrey's work. She once worked with the CEO of a Fortune 500 company who was known for his ruthless business tactics and cutthroat leadership style. This CEO, let's call him John, had achieved impressive financial results, but his company was plagued by high turnover rates, low employee morale, and a toxic culture that was starting to make headlines for all the wrong reasons. John approached Dr. Ardrey because, despite his outward success, he felt constantly anxious, unable to enjoy his achievements, and worried about maintaining his position. He was popping antacids like candy, hadn't had a good night's sleep in years, and his personal relationships were in shambles. On paper, he was the picture of success. In reality, he was miserable. Through their work together, John began to explore the root causes of his driven behavior, his deep-seated fears of failure, his need for external validation, and his disconnection from his core values. It wasn't easy. John had to confront some uncomfortable truths about himself and the way he'd been operating. He had to question beliefs that had been driving him for decades. But as John invested in his personal growth and mindset, something remarkable happened. Not only did he find greater peace and fulfillment in his personal life, but his leadership style transformed. He became more empathetic, more authentic, and more inspiring to his team. He started listening, really listening to his employees and customers. He began making decisions based on long-term value creation rather than short-term gains. The result? Employee engagement skyrocketed. Innovation flourished. The company's culture transformed from toxic to magnetic, attracting top talent and reducing turnover. And here's the kicker. The company's performance improved beyond what John had achieved through his previous hard driving approach. Profits were up, but more importantly, the business was now positioned for sustainable long-term success. This story illustrates a crucial point that Dr. Ardrey emphasizes. When we invest in our mindset and spiritual awareness, we're not just becoming better people, we're becoming better leaders, better innovators, and better business people. But here's the catch, and it's an important one. This kind of transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's not a quick fix or a magic pill. It requires consistent effort, deep self-reflection, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves. In our conversation, Dr. Ardrey shared a powerful metaphor that stuck with me. She likened the process of mindset development to building a skyscraper. You can have the most beautiful architectural plans, the finest materials, and the most skilled workers. But if you don't invest time and resources in creating a solid foundation, your building will never reach its full height, and it might even come crashing down. This is where many of us go wrong in our pursuit of success. We focus all our energy on the visible parts of our building, our skills, our network, our business strategies, but we neglect the foundation, our mindset, our self-awareness, our emotional intelligence. And then we wonder why we feel unfulfilled, burnt out, or unable to sustain our success. Dr. Ardrey's approach challenges us to flip this paradigm on its head. She argues that by prioritizing our inner growth, we create a solid foundation that can support any level of external success. More importantly, this foundation gives us the resilience to weather storms, the clarity to make wise decisions, and the authenticity to inspire others. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but I don't have time for self-reflection or mindset work. I'm too busy running my business. This is a common objection that Dr. Ardrey hears, and her response is both challenging and liberating. She asks us to consider, can you really afford not to invest in your mindset? Can your business afford the cost of burnout, poor decision making, or a lack of innovation that often result from neglecting personal growth? The truth is, investing in your mindset isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. It's not something you do in addition to your work. It's an integral part of your work. Just as you wouldn't dream of skipping important business meetings or ignoring crucial market trends, you can't afford to neglect the development of your most important asset, yourself. But how do we actually do this? How do we integrate mindset work into our busy lives? Dr. Ardrey offers several practical strategies. First, start your day with intention. Before you dive into your emails or your to-do list, take a few minutes to center yourself. This could be through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in quiet reflection. The key is to connect with your core values and set your intentions for the day. It's about quality, not quantity. Even 5 minutes of focused intention setting can set the tone for your entire day. Second, practice regular self-reflection. At the end of each week, take time to review not just your accomplishments, but your thought patterns and emotional responses. What triggered stress or anxiety? Where did you feel most aligned and purposeful? This kind of self-awareness is the bedrock of personal growth. It's like being your own therapist, but without the hefty hourly rate. Third, seek out challenges and embrace discomfort. Growth happens when we push beyond our comfort zones. This doesn't mean you need to skydive or climb Mount Everest. It could be as simple as having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding or tackling a project that intimidates you. Remember, every time you do something that scares you, you're expanding your comfort zone. Fourth, cultivate gratitude. This isn't just about feeling good. Research shows that a regular gratitude practice can rewire our brains for greater resilience and positivity. Take time each day to acknowledge what you're grateful for, no matter how small. It could be as simple as a good cup of coffee or a smile from a stranger. The key is consistency. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, find ways to serve others. Dr. Ardrey emphasized that true fulfillment comes not from what we achieve for ourselves, but from the impact we have on others. Look for opportunities to mentor, to volunteer, to make a positive difference in someone else's life. It's not just good karma, it's good business. The connections and goodwill you build through service often lead to unexpected opportunities and insights. These practices might seem simple, even obvious, but their power lies in their consistent application. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step you take towards greater self awareness and mindset development compounds over time, creating profound changes in how you approach your work and your life. Now, I want to address a concern that might be bubbling up for some of you. Does focusing on mindset and spirituality mean abandoning ambition or settling for less? Absolutely not. In fact, Dr. Ardrey argues that this approach actually amplifies our ability to achieve and succeed. When we're grounded in a strong sense of self and purpose, we make better decisions. We're less likely to be swayed by short-term gains at the expense of long-term vision. We're more resilient in the face of setbacks. And perhaps most importantly, we're able to lead and inspire others more effectively. Think about the leaders you most admire. Chances are they're not just skilled or intelligent, they have a quality that goes beyond their resume. They have presence, they have authenticity, they have a clear sense of purpose that inspires others to follow them. These are the qualities that emerge when we invest in our inner growth. Let me share another powerful example from Dr. Ardrey's work. She once worked with a startup founder who was on the verge of giving up. This entrepreneur, let's call her Maria, had poured her heart and soul into her business for 3 years, but despite initial promise, things weren't taking off. She was running out of money, her team was losing faith, and she was seriously considering throwing in the towel. In their work together, Dr. Ardrey helped Maria realize that her struggle wasn't just about business strategy, it was about her relationship with failure and success. Maria had tied her entire self-worth to the success of her business. Every setback felt like a personal indictment. This mindset was paralyzing her, making her afraid to take necessary risks or pivot when needed. Through mindset work and spiritual practices, Maria began to separate her intrinsic value from the ups and downs of her business. She learned to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than personal failures. She reconnected with the deeper purpose that had inspired her to start the business in the first place. The transformation was remarkable. Maria's renewed sense of purpose and resilience inspired her team. Her clear-headed decision-making led to a crucial pivot in the business model. Within 6 months, the company had secured new funding and was on a path to profitability. But more importantly, Maria was approaching her work with a sense of joy and purpose, regardless of the day-to-day challenges. This story illustrates a crucial point. Success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. By investing in your mindset, you're not just building a better business, you're building a better you. And that ultimately is the foundation of all lasting success and fulfillment. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge, a call to action inspired by my conversation with Dr. Ardrey. For the next 30 days, I want you to commit to spending at least 15 minutes each day on mindset development. This could be through meditation, journaling, reading inspiring literature, or any practice that helps you connect with your inner self and cultivate greater awareness. At the end of those 30 days, take stock. Notice how you feel. Notice how you're approaching challenges. Notice the quality of your decisions and interactions. I'm willing to bet that you'll see a difference, not just in how you feel, but in the tangible results you're achieving in your work and life. But don't stop there. This is just the beginning. The journey of personal growth and mindset development is ongoing. It's a lifelong commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. And here's the beautiful thing. As you grow, you'll find that your definition of success evolves too. You'll start measuring your achievements, not just in dollars and cents, but in the lives you've touched, the positive change you've created, and the personal growth you've experienced. So I challenge you to think bigger, dream bolder, not just about what you want to achieve, but about who you want to become. How can you use your unique talents and perspectives to make a positive impact on the world? How can you lead in a way that inspires and uplifts others? How can you build a legacy that goes beyond financial success? Remember, true success isn't just about reaching the top of the mountain. It's about who you become on the climb. the lives you touch along the way, and the view you create for others once you're there. By investing in your mindset, you're not just changing your own life, you're creating ripples of positive change that can transform your team, your industry, and even the world. So let's commit to this mindset revolution together. Let's challenge the old paradigms of success and create a new model, one that values inner growth as much as external achievement, that prioritizes purpose alongside profit, and that recognizes the profound interconnection between our personal development and our professional success. The world needs leaders who are not just skilled and knowledgeable, but who are self aware, emotionally intelligent, and driven by a deeper sense of purpose. By embarking on this journey of mindset development, you're not just investing in your own success, you're stepping up to be the kind of leader our world desperately needs. So I ask you, are you ready to revolutionize your mindset? Are you ready to unlock your full potential? Are you ready to redefine success on your own terms? The journey starts now with a single step. Take that step. Commit to your growth. Embrace the challenge. Because when you transform your mindset, you don't just change your life, you change the world. Thank you.